lovelies, hello my darlings. So I've had a bit of an issue twice now with my diesel heater fuel filter, Chinese diesel heater. It's been working absolutely fine, had no problems with it whatsoever, except for this plastic fuel filter that comes with it. It's split on the top here. Now that's happened twice, and these are the replacements. This is, I think, for 4mm hose tail. And it's so frustrating because it's just a little split, and then of course all the fuel just drips out. I've used all my tea towels up, and what I've had to do is just to remove this and remove it and just connect the pipe together, because it's February, it's bloody cold, and I need my diesel here to run. I'm not going to leave it without a filter for too long, but I'll be buggered if I'm going to buy another one of these. There doesn't seem to be anything else available. I'm going to probably try and find a little one from a horticultural shop, because I'm on the road. I don't want to get anything else off Amazon. I could get it delivered to an Amazon locker, I suppose, but yeah, I'm going to just, I think cold's affecting this, because I can't understand why that it keeps splitting just at the top. Obviously that tightens. I'll take that out. Obviously that screws on. The idea is that you can clean them and they're reusable. But has anyone else suffered this problem with these? I mean, I guess one of the issues could be that it could get screwed on too tight, but I haven't screwed it on too tight, because I mean, look, literally you could screw that all the way down and it could come off, but I haven't screwed it down tighter. Obviously there's the washer there, so it needs to form a seal, but every time, well, the two times, the two filters that I've had have split. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I've probably rambled on for about 4 minutes now about that, but I'm going to let you know how I get on, because obviously you have the fuel hose, and then these bits here, it should go on, and you basically that will butt up against that, and that goes over there. It fits fairly tight, obviously fits pretty tight on there, but I think this is for 4mm, and the smallest ones I can see that appear to be better quality, that aren't specifically for diesel heaters, 6mm or 8mm. So I thought maybe a horticultural repair shop might have something similar, but not this shitty plastic. Yeah, so basically all I've done is connect the pipe together, and I'm going to go without a fuel filter for a short space of time until I can source something a bit better quality. But it is frustrating. Even the Webasto, the Webasto filters. When you go on Amazon, this is what comes up. But it's, yeah, I just don't understand. I mean, I guess it is just cheap plastic, and it gets brittle. Maybe when it gets cold, plastic does get brittle when it gets cold, but it should go down to quite low temperatures, I'm sure. But so that's my issue at the moment. What I was thinking is, if I do get a bigger, a fuel filter with a bigger hose tail, thicker gauge or whatever, then I could heat this rubber up, and it should slip over and just be a tighter fit. To be honest, I think the flow rate, it's not going to make a great deal of difference. At least I don't see that it will. But I don't know if you can hear the diesel heater clicking away in the background. I'm warm, but I've used 2 tea towels so far, absolutely sopping wet with. Actually, it'll be 3. It'll be 3 altogether, tea towels that have soaked up all the diesel that's been dripping out ever so slowly. I mean, luckily, I've fitted the diesel heater fuel tank on the back of the kitchen side here, so by the sliding door above the step, and the fuel pump is fitted just in against the step, and everything is there fuel related, so if there are any leaks it doesn't come into the van, and it's by the step. But yeah, a bit frustrating. I'm just sitting back at Davidstow airfield. Nice view of Crowdy Reservoir still over there. You can't actually see it on camera. Oh, you can probably just about see it there. Yeah, today. But yeah, Margot's at just over, or just around about 925 miles, waiting to get her oil filter and oil change done, between 500 and 1,000 miles, so I can't really travel that far. 75 miles, it's it'll soon add up. I've got a few days before I have any money come through, and what day is it today? I think it's the 13th of Feb, and then on the 18th I'll have some money to get that sorted, and then I'm good for 6,000 miles, so whether that's an extra 5,000 on top of the 1,000 I've already done, that's for the warranty, to keep the warranty. So it says 6,000 at 6,000 miles, so I'm assuming that's 6,000 miles on the engine, so that'll be an extra 5,000 miles, or just under, and then the warranty will still be valid for the reconditioned engine Margot's had. So yeah, just hanging around. I mean, it's lovely here, but it is cold on the bottom more really, and definitely need the diesel heater. I think there's a horticultural engineers or a horticultural equipment shop just over in Camelford, which isn't too far, so I'm going to probably pop over there and see if they have any fuel filters. Halfords do one, but then it would be a few days. It might be my best bet, just if they haven't got one here in Camelford, get Halfords to order one in, and just a small one. I think it's 6mm, but it might be slightly larger. But I don't see the issue as long as the mic ones are good. I mean, looking at the size of the mic ones on the filter there, they're not that small. I'm sure there are probably better filters out there, and they're not expensive. Euro Car Parts do a small one as well, but yet again, it's the tails, the hose tails are larger. But I'm sure I can get around it somehow. The gauge of this fuel pipe is important, but anything in between, it's just like a reservoir of fuel. It doesn't matter if that's bigger. It can't matter if that's bigger, as long as it fills as a fuel, and the hose going to the fuel pump is the right, the right gauge, then I don't see what there's going to be an issue. But the only issue is that connection. If these is fatter, but like I say, I think if it's fatter, it'll just be a tighter fit. If I heat that up in boiling water for a while, I should push it over. That's usually how we have to fit the gas hose onto the regulator for the gas bottle, and when you change the gas hose, it's just because it's especially when it's cold, very, very hard to push. You get a very, very tight fit. Don't really need a Jubilee clip, but to get those on, you need to I find you need to heat them up, and I just stick it in a cup of boiling water for a while, and then it's job done. Anyway, I think I've rambled on long enough. It was just supposed to be a quick video, just to have a rant and a moan about these bloody things. Why make them out of such shitty plastic? But I've looked on the forums. I don't know if I'm the only person that's had this issue. I think I've seen one person say that split. I think they were in Alaska or something. And it was in their workshop and stained their wooden floor. But then the issue wasn't the filter. Their issue wasn't the filter. They were worried about the diesel soaking into the floor and stuff catching light and stuff. But yeah, the wood has to heat up first, and then it wasn't actually an issue. That doesn't concern me. What concerns me is getting another one of these. But yeah, I'm just going to go for a different one, and I'm pretty sure it'll work fine. Diesel heater's working fine without one at the moment. Obviously, if the fuel's dirty, it's going to cause a problem. I can't let it run without a fuel filter for too long, but I'll be damned if I'm going to sit in here freezing and let the dogs get too cold as well while they're resting. It's not on, is it? So yeah, it needs to be warm. So yeah, I'll leave it there, my lovelies. Thanks for watching and listening to me ramble on and have a little bit of a rant about Chinese diesel heater fuel filter. Yeah, any other van lifers out there, if you've had the same problem, please let me know in the comments. It'd be lovely to hear from you. Okay then, love and light, my lovelies. Catch up with you later. Bye bye. Hello again, my lovelies. Hello, my darlings. So I've managed to get this fuel filter from a local place in Camelford. Sleep, I believe his name is. The issue was, now I cut the tail off of this. I was thinking I was going to do something with that, but I've decided against that. this hose that I've got on there is just ever so slightly thicker. It comes with slightly thicker pipe when I ordered the other filters. However, heating this pipe up, I've managed to get that on, and I don't know if you can see the difference in size there. And that's the fat end. Actually, no, it's not. It's the thin end. But the actual pipe that comes with the fuel line actually would go inside these. But I've managed to tighten it, and now, I mean, that's a little bit loose. But when you push it up, it does come to a stop, which is good. So hopefully the Jubilee clip on here is just slightly closed that, and there'll be no build-up of fuel in this rubber, and the Jubilee clips on here will clamp that tight enough. It should do, I think, and hopefully there'll be no leaks. So I actually had the filter the wrong way round as well. The fuel should come in this way apparently and come out that way, and not the other way round. Although I can't see it makes a great deal of difference, and to be fair, the diesel heater worked perfectly fine with the filter that way round. What are you going to see, Sydney? Get you out in a minute. I've had to do this, haven't I? This was kind of a priority, mister. You've been out for a wee. We'll take you out for a proper walk in a bit. So anyway, I'm going to... Hey, Sydney. You see someone out there? Are you seeing someone out there? Hey, let's have a look. Hey, you see the sheep? Oh, what's a bird over there? What's that birdie? What's that birdie? Oh, it's a thrush. Is that what you can see? We'll get you out in a minute, mate. I've just got to sort this out, haven't I? Hey? Yeah. Got to sort this out so we're warm. Otherwise there'll be problems later. Hey? There will be. There will be. Okay, my lovelies, right, so that's all I wanted to show you, was that I've managed to source another filter, much bigger. I mean, I think that's probably closer to 12mm. No, it's probably 8mm actually, which is pretty much double the size. I'll get you out in a minute, mate. You will. It won't be long, darlings. It won't be long. Right, I'm going to fit this quickly and then get the dogs out for a walk. Right, I'm going to leave it there and I'll catch up with you later. Thanks for watching. Love and light. Bye-bye. Right, hello again, my lovelies. Hello again, my darlings. So, Sid stopped whining. Jill wasn't whining. Anyway, but they both needed to go for a poop. I don't blame them. Bit of a funny old morning trying to get the diesel heater sorted, but it looks like we're all right. It's saying 15 degrees at the moment, and the fuel pump is going. The filter's fitted. Hopefully there won't be an airlock or anything in there, and it's certainly coming through warm. Whether that was just water, diesel in the pump, and it's going to like conk out in a minute, I don't know, but it seems to be working okay, so I'll have a check in a minute that there's no leaks. I'll just wait for my feet to warm up first, because it's mighty windy out there, the wind chill. Yeah, it's chilly, and yeah, it's sitting cold because he's just standing, well, I mean, he probably just wants a fuss, but he's standing right here. It's where my foot is where the diesel, you can just see it just there. Where the diesel heater. Oh, mind your bum, Sydney. Let me see it. There, that's where the vent is, and the diesel heater. So It's nice because I hang my socks up here and it dries them out, and I can put my socks, fresh socks there in the morning, and they're nice and warm, aren't they? Do you want to come back in for a cuddle, Sid? So yeah, toilet roll. Like, I had a shower at the campsite the other night, and I'm not too dirty, but I mean, I've got a sink, I've got a kettle, I can have a hot water wash anyway, like I do, but it's just like covered in diesel. Ain't we? Hey Sydney, we're covered in diesel. Sorting that out. It seems to be working okay. What are we on now? Look, it's up to 16 degrees in here now, so it hasn't conked out yet. So it looks like we've fixed it. Yeah. Hopefully the quality of the plastic on the Biggs and Stratton part for lawnmowers, even though the bore of the, or the gauge of the fuel line, I can't remember what I called them now, phalanges. Yeah, hopefully that's not going to cause a problem. I mean, it seems to be working fine. Also put the air filter on. I haven't had an air filter on it at all. I didn't fit it, and I went under the van and thought I'd just fit it. But the reason I didn't fit it was because it was so close to the exhaust pipe. I didn't want it to melt. But anyway, I'll probably take that off again, and try and maybe put a longer hose on and fit it up somewhere else. I think that was the issue. I wasn't quite sure where to secure it, how to secure it, but you're on the sofa now. You've warmed up, do you? And Jellybean's sitting on it, Sydney. Hey, is that what you want? When you come here, just have a bit of a fuss for a little while. Hey, that's definitely warming up. Definitely warming up. I mean, I'm sitting, it says 16 degrees, but where I'm sitting, it's got to be hotter than that. And yeah, I didn't want to run it. Too long with nothing, with no filter at all, because it's just going to end up creating problems, even though the diesel fuel is theoretically fairly clean from the fuel stations. You don't know what muck gets into the tank when you're filling up, and yeah, it's you need a filter. Even though some of the diesel heaters come without them, but I think ideally that's an upgrade. It's quite important to have a fuel filter on there, and one that doesn't break and leak diesel everywhere, obviously. But yep, it looks like we've fixed it. All well and good. I'm going to have a little bit of a tidy up now, because I've got fuel lines, and I'll tell you what I did find. Found a smoke alarm with a phone number written down on it. I don't know what phone number that's for, but yeah, I've got my carbon monoxide alarm up here by the bed, just below my charging station. This switch is for the TV, so I don't even have to use the remote. I can just turn the telly off when I want to go to sleep, because I keep the remote up there on the far side. That little remote control that's hanging is for the diesel heater, and then the remote control is up there on the right. I'm just hang my GoPro thing up there, and then it's a little charging station below the yeah, so section for my tablets. Behind there, take my little burner phone, and then the remote control in the corner, and then the diesel one. But yeah, I've got a smoke alarm. Theoretically, considering I do have the odd cigarette in here. Oh, Sydney. Yeah, I do have the odd cigarette in here with the vents open. Obviously, usually sit up on the bed and open the vent up there, up and blow it out there, or have the door open. Don't want to smoke the doggos out. But yeah, theoretically, obviously having gas and that in here and what have you, I should have a smoke alarm fitted, so I'm going to put that up at some stage. I'll see if I've got some batteries. But if not, I'll put it up and then I'll probably forget about it. But yeah, it's good. It's a good to health and safety. And actually, I should get myself a fire extinguisher as well, because I haven't got one in here. I have a fire blanket, but not a fire extinguisher. So yeah, I better get myself one of those to fit somewhere, somewhere accessible. Really, considering I'm in here full time now, it's not just. We should have had one anyway. But yeah, okay. This is probably going to turn out into quite a long video. The saga of the diesel heater fuel filter. The saga of the diesel heater fuel filter comes to an end. All seems to be working fine. It's definitely getting warm in here now. I could just open the door up. What else, Sid? Let's have a little look. I'll show you the setup. So that's the fuel tank down there. So there's the new fuel filter. It's not leaking. And that's the pump, which I've fitted on a bit of get back. Can't come out, mate. Come on, get back in. Yeah, I fitted that. The fuel pump. Gosh, chilly. Review though. Oh shit. Fill the door up with expanding foam and now the handle. That's better. The handle doesn't always close properly when you open the door, and because there's expanding foam around the door handle on the inside of the door. I thought it was a good idea. Go and lie down, mate. The other way. Yeah, I thought it was a good idea. But I've got to make sure that the handle's shut, because I did it on a cold day, and then as the door heated up, a couple of days later, out of all the other little holes in the door, the expanding foam started coming out and from around the handle, and I had to sort of scrape away at it, so that the actual... Be nice, Jill. Hey? Nice, you can both fit up there. You can both fit up there. Behave. It's all right, Sydney. It's all right, Sydney. There. Hey, be nice. Be kind. It's easy. There you go. You're a good girl, Jill. You're pretending you come down for water, but really you're just letting Sydney sit on the sofa, because you're a good girl, really, aren't you? Even though you're moaning at him. Right, what I was saying was I fitted the fuel pump on a bit of insulation, Reflectix spongy insulation, sound deadening type foam. I just put that behind the pump and screwed the pump to the batten that the floor's secured to, just right by the door, and you can hear it ticking, but it's quite a nice gentle sound, really. I hear another noise then, but it's Jill. Your water's out. Let me get some fresh water for you. See, Billy? Yeah, so let's do this first. This is that's my whale tap. It's a hand pump tap. I quite like it. It's using a marine applications. There you go, Sid, do you want a drink now? I've got to muck about with electric pump. I mean, it'd be nice just to turn a tap and have water come out, but I don't find it necessary. I'm quite happy with this little hand pump tap. Works a treat. And anyway, what was I saying? No, the fuel filter. So that was fitted on the. Hey, look. Sid's got the sofa again. Jill's got the sofa again. Just behave. It's getting hot in here now. I might have to turn the bloody heater on. Up to 18 degrees. I'm sure. If I got a thermometer, I'm sure that's not right. 18 degrees on there. It's bloody hot. It's blinking hot. Even though I'm sitting right with my feet there. Aren't we? You alright, Sid? Oh. Yeah. So yeah, that looks like it's working fine. There was a little bit of fuel in the bottom of the filter, so the pumps obviously helped suck that through. I wasn't sure because I thought it would just start to fill up, and after I'd walked the dogs there'd be a little bit of fuel in the bottom of the filter, but there wasn't, so I was like, ooh. But yeah, it's definitely working. And yeah, like I say, I think it's much better quality plastic, even though they're only cheap. I mean, £3.50. Yeah, that's not that cheap, but I mean, I used an independent. Went to see an independent guy. I could get them cheaper on eBay probably, but actually, or Amazon. But I just like to go to a shop. I'm on the road. I can't be mucking about with trying to find Amazon lockers and what have you. And they was just 2.6 miles down the road in Camelford. I think I'm up to, what was I? 934 miles. So 34. I'm probably at about 940, almost 950 miles now. Doesn't make sense, does it? 5 miles on top of that, so yeah, I must be at 940. 2.6 miles, yeah. So really, all I've got fuel-wise are not a lot of fuel. I'm talking about fuel because I've got fuel bloody filter in my head. Not a lot of miles before the oil filter change on Margot. So it's filter. It's a filter week this week, or next week will be. This week and next week. Sorted the diesel heater fuel filter out, and now next week I'll get Margot's oil filter sorted out and oil change. And then we'll be good for another 5,000 miles. That'll be up to 6,000 miles on the engine. I think I said that earlier. So then can actually start travelling. I mean, I've come down to Cornwall. It's nice to be close to my mum and spend a bit of time with her while I'm here. But yeah, I want to get up to Scotland. I'm not sure if I'm going to get up there early on in the year. I think I probably will, to be honest with you. Get up there for the spring, spend a month or two up there, and then leave before the midges start to become an issue. And then I'm not sure where I'm going to go, but I'm probably going to pop back over Sussex, Kent way next month. I want to see my dad, pop in to see my kids, go and see Emma, and then I might go North London way, north of London, up the east side, I think, to Scotland. I've always gone up the west side. I don't know if it's if it'll work that way. I might try going up the east side of the country, head up to Scotland that way. Yeah, go and see a friend north of London as well on the way up there. So yeah, I've got a few days now. I'm going to give them a ring. Tintagel Motors. They were brilliant with us before. They when the overheating underload first became an issue, We were in Cornwall, and I thought, oh, thermostat. So I went in there and asked them if they could get me a thermostat, and they did, and they also lent me some tools, which is awfully kind of them. Just because of that kindness, I'd like to go back and offer them my business for doing the oil filter and oil change on Margot. But yeah, I should give them a bell and sort that out. Sid wants the sofa and Jill's sitting on it. There's room for you there as well. I know she won't let you up though, she'll just growl at you, won't you? It's fair enough, Sid, you have the sofa a lot. Jill's quite right, aren't you, Jilly Bean? You should be able to have the sofa too. The sofa's not just for Sid, it's for Jilly Bean too. He doesn't like sitting on the floor. He will, and he is, and it's not a problem. And the setup I have for the dogs is where it's like during the daytime, you've got the beds on the floor, and that's the bed in there, but that little bit of a batten there, and one on this side. There, and under that bed that Sid's on, there's a bit of wood, and it just slides in there, and the cushion goes on that. It's a nice memory foam cushion in the doorway, and that goes up so they can both be up a bit higher, and generally Jill sits there by the door and Sid has the sofa. Sid has, you know, he has slept on that side as well, but he doesn't fit quite so well. It's a bit lanky and gangly. But they're fine curled up there, and then they can, in the day, they can spread out a bit, 'cause it's important they spread their legs out. I mean, Sid can do it on the sofa, and Jill can do it on the floor. It usually works quite nicely. But, oh my goodness, let's go. Oh, I could go to sleep. It's getting so warm in now. What are we up to? It says 20 degrees, but yeah, I reckon it's hotter. If I actually got a thermometer, I reckon it'd be hotter than that. You playing with your teddy, Sid? He's still booming here with his teddy bear. He hasn't hit his head on the ball yet. Right, I'm going to leave it there, because that's, yeah, I might put these up as a little series of the saga of the diesel heater fuel filter. The diesel heater fuel filter saga series. The diesel heater fuel filter saga series. Yeah, maybe 3 parts, I think. So I've rambled on about that. But it's sorted. We're sorted. We'll see how long that filter lasts. And at least I know it's doable. And I think the hose will have stretched a bit. So putting the next ones on should be a bit easier, but it really wasn't that difficult. Like I say, just heated them up and that. So, right, I'm going to go, because I really am waffling. And, yeah, have a cup of tea, I think. Catch you later, folks. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Love and light. Bye.